place where I'm currently standing is the remains of a tower in the western corner of Caerleon Roman fortress. Now, that bank there is where the wall would have been. So if I come on through here, actually coming into the fortress itself now, through the tower, we come out through the door of the tower. Now if I turn to my left, we have an interesting building here. Now, this is a drain following along here, comes underneath this wall, carries on around there. Now, if I come into the building that was in front of the drain, or over the drain, here it is. Now the drain carries on around there, and here we have a line of stones with a gutter in them. Now this gutter would once have contained water or something similar. Now, any thoughts on what this is? Well, I'll tell you, this is the latrine block for the Roman soldiers. So, over the top of this ditch there would have been wooden seats that they would have sat on, okay? And they would have wiped the backsides with a sponge on a stick, which would have been kept in a bucket of vinegar on the floor. And when they finished with the sponge, they'd wash it off in the water in this ditch. Now, we'll come out of the latrine. We assume we've done what we need to do. We're good soldiers, going back to our barracks to prepare our things. Now, if we come across this way, all these foundations of buildings along here are the barracks. This is where the Roman soldiers would have slept and where they would have kept their equipment. Now, these rooms here, quite substantial rooms. These are the centurions' quarters. These are the officers' quarters. They had much more room, much more space than the men. Now, if we come down this way, step over the drain again. Now that bank there, that's the line of the fortress walls. And inside the bank, we've got this, which is a road that ran around the inside of the fortress walls. Now, if we look over the left at the barracks, again, there are the centurions' quarters, but as we move on down, we'll see that it starts to change. And further down, we notice that the rooms seem to be set out differently. They seem to be set out in pairs. So we've got the room that's nearest me there, and the room that's further away there. Now, in this room that's nearer to us, this is where 8 Roman soldiers would have lived. They would have slept there on bunk beds. And the far room there, that's where they would have kept their equipment. As you can see, it's quite a large building, and there were several of these further on as well. And there are other barracks, other accommodation blocks within the fortress. Now, we've come up to this side. This would originally have been the cookhouse. This is where they would have prepared the meals for the soldiers after they came off duty. Around the inside edges of the fortress, you can see these little round things. Now, these are the remains of ovens where they would have cooked the bread. There's one. And there are some others.